Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of our FM19 Journeyman, and well, we are here today for the first two games in our new season of the Domino's League of Dirt in charge of Troyes. Playoffs is our aim for this season, and well, the first two games are going to be quite huge in trying to push us towards there because it's two winnable fixtures. Starting off with, I figured out how to say it, it's USL Dunkirk. It's not that hard. It's a pretty well-known place if we're being honest, considering its historical sort of relevance. I don't know how I didn't figure that out, just because it's spelled a bit French. It's not that difficult, is it? Followed by US Orleans, I can say that one. That's a pretty common name. So is Dunkirk, to be honest. I don't know, just because it's spelt weird. I don't know. I don't know how I didn't get that. I've made a bit of a mare of it, really. But, well, we've got a lot of players out for this first game. I touched on this in the last episode, but Brian and Bembo, Elan Bordas and Gransar. What's Gransar's first name? Michel Gransar are all out, and Wembo's injured. Bordas and Gransar suspended. It's going to cause a couple of issues. It's a lot of players out and a lot of starters out. So, I'm hoping it doesn't have too big of an effect. We've gone with this formation, a 4-2-1. It's a 4-3-3, isn't it? It's just very narrow, let's be honest. So, we've got two attacking midfielders, with Marietti making his professional or his competitive debut. Vita Gabriel starts up top ahead of Noé Stefan, with Berger in behind as a shadow striker. Clerk in central midfield. He played a couple of times last season. He's a decent deep line playmaker. I'm hoping we can see something good from him today. Acede and Gargo Diathario in the defensive midfield roles. I'm just going to change Gargo Diathario to an anchorman because I don't know why he isn't one. Zimmerman at left back, Navarro at right back, Follett, Ponte, Mysonial. So, let's submit the team. Let's get underway. And some squad numbers need to be given out, so that's a good sign, isn't it? It's worrying, actually, but, well, Dunkirk coming up. Speaking of narrow, geez, apparently we're not the only ones who decided to play a little bit narrow today. They've got a 4-1-3-1-1, which is, well, it's fun to say at the very least, but let's get stuck in. I just want to see us have a good performance against a team that's newly promoted and expected to go straight back down. By the way, if you're wondering, oh, why are they expected to go straight back down? Let me see if I can show you this really quickly. Hold on, how do I get back here? Come on, let's take us to where their team is. Let me show you just the value of their squad. It's not very high, is it? The highest value player is 300k. Just in case you've forgotten, Amiens have a player valued at 16 million, so they might struggle a little bit. Hopefully we can prove why. Hopefully we can give them a good introduction to the league. No reaction to saying I expect nothing but a win, despite it being a fairly reasonable request. We need to rotate. What do you mean changes? It's the first game of the season. Our preparation is complete and I know the lads will get a good result. How can we be rotating on the first game of the season? Oh, they just mech it up. We've got an early free kick here. Berger goes for it. Goes just over the bar. 20 minutes in and we've seen very little. Both teams only having one shot. It's been a relatively dry match so far, probably because both teams are playing so narrow. They're cancelling each other out a little bit. Berger puts in a corner and Vita Gabriel gets on the end of it. Gives us our first goal of the season. Does a lovely little forwards roll there in celebration. Everyone's clapping and, well, we are 1-0 up against Dunkirk half an hour into the match. It's a good corner. I thought it was going towards Ponte, but Gabriel runs across and puts in a great header. It's a good set piece, to be honest. Now, set pieces at this club so far have been reasonably good. It's nice to see another one, being made good use of. And, well, it gives us a good lead. We're heading towards half-time, and it's not going too badly. Hold on a second. There is another highlight. Vita Gabriel back to Zimmerman. If we can work another goal here just before half-time, it would be absolutely wonderful. As Zimmerman, out on this left-hand side, goes for a cross, and Gregory Berger rises and puts in another header. See, Marietti coming in is not putting pressure on him at all. All it's doing is making him perform better to earn his spot. It's nice to see Zimmerman involved in the goal as well. Obviously, Koulibaly and Nasruddin were a bit preferred over him last season, but I've taken a quick look at his attributes. He's only 19, I believe, and he looks very, very good. He looks like he's got a lot of room to grow as well. I'm really hoping I can see a good season from him, and if he keeps getting assists like that, which is what I love from my wing-backs, then you're not going to be complaining at all. But we go into half-time with a 2-0 lead. A team that we said are relatively weak and we should be beating even with players out. We are proving that we can do that, which is, well, exactly what we want. I'm very happy with the way things are going and everyone's delighted with that. Gregory Berger with a goal and an assist. It's all going very well. So, hopefully the second half can be as good as the first and we can prove that we are ready for playoffs this season, as they've got a throw in here. Well, Berger cuts it out with a great bit of control there. Strikes, it's just saved. Berger doing excellently there with that interception from the throw, and it was a poor throw, don't get me wrong, but he did well to pounce regardless. As we take the corner, it goes towards the back post, and Vita Gabriel goes for, well, the opposite side, tries to sort of wrong way the keeper, cross the face of goal, but couldn't quite get it in because of the defender. Hopefully, though, we can keep seeing some chances. We've got a free kick here. Berger puts it towards the back post. Gabriel off of the bar. It's cleared again. We've got a penalty. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Hold on, let me try and figure this out, because I have no idea. So I've figured it out. If you watch Vita Gabriel, this lad here absolutely throws him to the floor when he goes for this rebound. And, well, it wins us a penalty. We're already 2 goals up, and surely this is just going to be the nail in the coffin. Now, I have no idea who's on our penalties right now. I'm not going to lie. No one seems to be stepping up to take it, which is, well, a little bit odd, to say the least. Ah, here we go. We've got Navarro on it. Rafa Navarro, our right back, steps up to take the spot kick, and, well, can he put it away? Yes, he can. Very confident strike there from our right back. It's his first goal of the season, obviously, because it's the first game. Don't know why I felt the need to mention that, but, well, I didn't know he was on penalties, but he's proved why he is, to be honest. That was well taken. It was a decent penalty, and it's put us 3-0 up. Let's hopefully keep going. There's another highlight. They've got a goal kick, and they're going to pump it up. Can we win this ball? We can. Follett down to Marietti. First time we've really seen him on the ball, as he plays it back to Follett once again. Vita Gabriel out on the left wing. Come on, let's try and build another good chance here. Navarro's in acres. He strikes, it hits the post. Navarro just went for an absolute banger of a goal. It hit very nearly, went in, it hit the post, bounced off the keeper, but unfortunately deflected out rather than in, as they claim easily from the corner. Gargo's header not looking too threatening at all. But we have been thoroughly dominant in this game. A 4th goal would be very, very nice, and I think 70 minutes in, a couple of changes are probably on the cards. Oh, don't break this again. That's annoying. I was annoyed when that broke last time. I was quite happy when it fixed itself. Now it's broke again. That's annoying. But Vita Gabriel's going to come on up... Noé Stefan's going to come on up front for Vita Gabriel. Going to be the only change I make. I just want to get him out there, get him a bit of game time, especially when we're so confidently ahead. Try and get a bit of form going for him, because I think when Noé Stefan does get going, he's going to be an outstanding player for us. We just need to see him hit that run of form. So the remaining few minutes of this game are absolutely flying by. We're into stoppage time, and you've got to assume this highlight is just going to be the end of the game, as we're playing with 45 seconds remaining. And it's been a thoroughly dominant performance. There's no other way to put it. And, well, it's not a bad way to start the season, especially with a lot of players out, as we actually might be looking a little bit threatening here. I'm not too sure whether we're going to try something. No, okay, that was not good from Gargo Diatherio. That's why he's a rotation option, but it's a 3-0 win. You actually can't... It's a 3-0 win. We had 3 first-team players out. Our squad isn't complete yet from the transfer window. Everything's going wonderfully, to be honest. A very nice victory, and it's a great way to start this season. You honestly can't really want anything more. We had 18 shots in that game. We were, honestly, just a dominant team. And, well, with US Orleans coming up, a team that, again, is not really expected to be too far up there. If we just go to the season preview, you'll see that they're expected to finish 13th. It's another team we should be beating, especially with some of these players backing our side. Hopefully, we prove that we can do that. So, a bit of a problem. Brian Thomas is a left winger who I was very, very interested in getting, and I was planning to utilise him quite heavily this season on the left-hand side as sort of a rotation with Mbembo, and he's gone to Bordeaux, which is not ideal. I was trying to sign him, he said no, he went to Bordeaux, it's very annoying. I'd rather he hadn't done that, so when's our backup left winger coming? I have no idea, I have to go and find another one. So the Troyes board have just provided a cash injection to try to clear some of this debt. And it's, well, we've only got 1.5 million of it left. It is going down. Hopefully we can get it there before the end of the season. So, a new signing has just joined the club. Ole Schilling, an Austrian defensive midfielder who's 22 years old and can play as an anchorman. Honestly, he looks pretty good, and I think this 2.5-star rating's doing him a bit of an injustice, to be honest. Yeah, I'm quite confident that if we need him, he will be very, very good. And he'll also have a good few years left at the club. He's still got room to improve, and he's got some decent determination at 11 to be able to do that. So, I think he'll be quite a useful player for us. He's happy to be a backup, so I'm very excited to use him. And, yeah, I think he'll be able to serve a good role within the team. So, here we are then for the game against US Orleans. And after winning our first game very confidently, I am going with the same system. Plus, Mbembo isn't back yet, and as we saw, we didn't get our first choice left winger, but I have promoted a youth player, Patrick Ayuk, up to the first team. He looks pretty good. He doesn't look great. He doesn't look outstanding. He looks alright, and I'm sure if we do need him, he can do a job there. So the option to change the system is definitely on. Gransart is now able to play again. He makes his way back to the bench. Ilan Bordas is back in the starting 11 following his suspension being served. And once Mbembo is back, I'm sure we will see us go back to utilising wide players once again. But for now, the same system, it worked out quite well. Hopefully, it can work out quite well again. So, we're going to push on towards this game, and hopefully we can just, well, we can have a good time of it, really. They've got a 4-2-3-1 formation we're quite familiar with, so hopefully we can, well, we can give them a good match and hopefully pick up those 3 points, continue our winning start to the season. We've got a throw in here. We find Vita Gabriel with it. He gets hacked down and Dor goes straight through the back of him. And 15 minutes in, they have picked up a red card. It is 11v10 for the vast majority of this game. Hopefully we can take advantage of that because that is an absolute godsend. We should be doing more than we are. We are at half time. We've had most of the shots. We've had most of the shots on target, or all of the shots on target. But we're not seeing any highlights. They've had a red card. They've had an injury. They've been forced to make 2 substitutions already. We should not be struggling in this game. We should be doing far, far better than we are. So I'm going to get aggressive. I'm going to say I'm not happy with your performance. They all look fired up. They all look motivated. So hopefully that can be reflected on the pitch because we should be winning this game now. We don't need this here, do we? It's a bit early for that. Let's get rid of that. And, well, hopefully we can start to see some of our chances because we should be having them. Well, we've got a free kick here. Ilan Bordas is going to take it. He finds Clark, who heads in. And, well, Clark, not a player who usually plays for us, picks up a goal there to put us 1-0 up. And fair play to him. It was a good goal. It's a good free kick again from Ilan Bordas. He's got an absolute talent for picking out a man with his free kicks. And he finds Clark with his head, who nods it home. And, it's a good time to take a lead, really. But I am going to make a change. 62 minutes in, I want to go a little bit wider. Now, this is broken again. It's really bugging me. Let's fix that so we can see what's going on. I think I'd rather play Marietti than Berger at this point. I'm not going to lie to you. Berger's just looking a little bit... I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Marietti just sort of fits this game a little bit more, but I couldn't possibly tell you why. So, I'm going to bring on Ayuk on the left, and I'm going to bring on Gransar on the right. Clark, the person who's just scored for us, is going to come off. He's going to make way. And, well, we're going to go wider. We're going to attack them a bit more. And hopefully, this can see us result in some more chances. Obviously, they've got less players, so you want to spread the play as much as possible. Make it as hard for them to cover all the ground as you possibly can. They've got a throw in here, about 80 minutes in, and, well, we win the ball. Ilan Bordas tries to slide through Vita Gabriel, but can't. We reclaim the ball, though, in our half. Follett, forward to Derek Asede, forward to Marietti, who's running forward. He tries to strike, but it's blocked. Gransar out on the right-hand side. Rumours of him wanting to leave, so hoping it doesn't affect his players. Derek Asede picks up the ball once again, knocks it back to Marietti from a long way out. And Marietti, well, it's only took him 2 games to make his mark on this club with a goal like that. I said we should have kept him out there, and he has gone and proved me why. What a finish. What an absolute banger. Let's just see this again. From so far out, he just absolutely hammers home with his left foot and gives us a 2-0 lead. Where did that come from? I did mention when we first looked at him, his finishing's not great, but his long shots are very good, and that could be better. And honestly, with shots like that, I think I might have been right. And, well, there's another highlight here, but they are currently the ones in possession of the ball. They're knocking it around the centre. If we can win this back, we might be able to try and find a counter-attack, but I'd quite like the clean sheet here, so I'm hoping it doesn't result in a goal for them. But they play forward. Navarro's on it, knocks it back to our keeper, and now there is chance for us to have an attack of our own as Ayuk, the newly promoted winger, is on the ball. He's charging forward, gives it to Gransar very nicely there. Gransar on the ball, rushing forward. His shot is saved. And, well, chance there to go 3-0 up, but so far things are looking good. We have a corner at the death of the game. Bordas puts it in. Vita Gabriel goes for goal, but it is claimed simply. It's gone very, very well so far. There's nothing else you can say about it. 2 games, 2 wins, and we are yet to have our full first team. Marietti with an absolute world-class goal there. Nothing but the best. It was sublime. What a way to make his entry to the club. And, well, him and Berger are going to have a very big competition on their hands for the rest of the season. I think that's fairly safe to say. We got fairly fortunate that game. It's obvious there's no shame in saying that. They got a very early red card and an early injury in the first half, which forced a substitution. But, regardless of that, I think we played some wonderful football, and our defence especially there. I mean, you can't see it all, can you? Look at the ratings on our back sort of 6 there. Everyone in front of the keeper but behind the attackers. The two defensive midfielders both getting 7.7 and 7.9 for them. And then our back four, 7.4 is the lowest rating for Ponte and Zimmerman, with Follett on a 7.5 and Navarro on a 7.7. But the man of the match, it had to be Dorian Marietti. What a strike. Wonderful, wonderful goal. I didn't give a team talk because why would you? Who gives team talks? So it's not like it's a good idea to improve morale or anything like that. But you can't ask for much more. No goals conceded, 5 goals scored, 2 wins. That is our first 2 games of the season wrapped up. Every other team in the league has dropped points. We are firmly top of the league. Angers on 1 point. With that squad, Angers have picked up just 1 point. Let's just take a look at it again. The values are dropping. That's how poorly they're doing. The values of their players are going down. So, it's all going very, very well. There's nothing else you can say, really. We're doing some fantastic stuff. Hopefully, we can keep this up going into the next 2 games, which will be up tomorrow. Now, I have a cup match to play in between now and then. And once that's out of the way, we'll have games against Nancy and Le Mans. Hopefully, Le Mans is who we've loaned, I think it's Chahid out to. So, hopefully, we could have some good performances against them. I will catch you all tomorrow for that. The video will be up at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get it into your feed, whichever you prefer. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord. All videos go out on there too. And, well, I hope you have a wonderful night. I will catch you all for that. Goodbye.